Hare Krishna to everybody. Hello, good day. Hare Krishna. We continue our program of Mantra Yoga. The name itself, Mantra Yoga, is a connection with the Lord or obtaining perfection yoga through the mantra, through saying ancient mantras in Sanskrit. Initial spiritual sound vibration, which uplifts us to the spiritual level. For this vibration is spiritual. It completely consists of spiritual energy, and the word itself, Sanskrit, perfect, perfectly made. And it comes down from the spiritual world. Everyone who studies Sanskrit and practice saying and chanting the mantras uplifts their consciousness to a higher level over the material world, over the influence of the material energy. We go up over the being conditioned of the body, of the planet and the universe itself. We can expand our consciousness thank you to chanting the mantras in Sanskrit. Let's chant Mangalacharanam at the beginning before we start a certain activity or start a certain day. First of all, we should chant auspicious mantras, and we express our respect for the spiritual master. And the Guru is the one who connects us with the Lord. That is why before any activity, any business, and during the day, we remember the connection with the Guru. We glorify and we send our prayers. And we remember the connection with the Guru and thus with the Lord. That's why worshipping the Guru in the Vedic culture means it has the first place very early in the morning. The first program in all temples is worshipping the Guru when we sing Guru Ashtaka. Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda. And Mangalacharana, auspicious mantra, let's sing it to spiritualize our consciousness and the atmosphere.
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sundamati Bhajajale Chaitanya Vasamita Bhaktikam Jena Hare Ayam Rupam Kadamaya Dadati Kapadam Hare Radha Krishna Padasa Gata Krishna Karuna Sindha Jagadipate Gopika Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Puri Samanasote Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Hari Namo Mahadanaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Gaurabhishe Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Gaurabhisaya Jagatidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Hari Om Vanchakalpatarurasya Kripatinubhya Devaccha Patitana Pavadeva Vaishnavaya Namo Namaha Om Hari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Rama Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Rama Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Rama Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Rama Govinda Jaya Jaya Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय पंचादत्त की जय अनंता कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरे कृष्णा.
So chanting the mantras like this, we end up on Vaikuntha planet. There where there are no worries. Vaikuntha means a place where there are no worries. It's a spiritual world. That's why Krishna gives us his instruction in Bhagavad-gita.
Также в Бхагavad-гите Сататам Киртаян Томам,
Satatan Kirtan Tomam.
всегда воспевайте
Always chant the holy names.
святые имена. Читание Махапрабху
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
сам
himself,
своим
by his
примером
example, showed us
что высшая
that the highest form of yoga,
йога преданности Богу
yoga of the devotion to the Lord,
через
through the
прославление
glorifying of
посредством
his
Санкиртана.
names, through Sankirtana.
Так в своей Шикшаштаке
So in his Shikshashtaka, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inspires
погрузиться
to immerse ourselves
в
into
Санкиртану,
Sankirtana,
сделать это
to make it
жизни
the purpose
фундаментом
of our lives, to make it the foundation of our lives.
Что мы делаем на протяжении жизни, фундамент,
Everything we do in our life,
мы можем
the,
заниматься разной деятельностью,
foundation is Sankirtana. We can do different things. We can work, we can support our family, we can do social activities, social work. But the foundation of our lives is Sankirtana.
тогда
Then everything else will become perfect. All activities
благословлена Богом
become blessed by the Lord
или под
and
покровительством Бога.
will be under
Санкиртана,
the protection of the Lord.
чтобы поставить в центр
We
именно
should place Sankirtana into the center
воспевание,
of our
прославление
lives.
Бога.
It's the
Как
chanting the
только
holy
есть
names.
свободное время,
As soon as we have free
он
time,
встает,
from the
воспевает
early
эти
morning,
имена,
we chant the holy names.
затем
Then,
после
after some
деятельности
activity,
вечером
in the
также
evening, also,
можно собираться с
you can gather with
единомышленниками
like-minded people
и проводить
and
совместное
conduct
воспевание.
collective chanting of holy names.
Тогда жизнь будет свободна
Then
от
the life will
беспокойств
be free of all worries
материального
of material
существования.
existence.
Сам по себе материальный мир
The material world itself
считается тюрьмой.
is considered a jailhouse.
Джанма мритю джара вьядхи дукха дошана даршанам дукхалаям ашашватам. Даже если мы
Even if we make our life
сделаем нашу жизнь
of,
минимально беспокойной,
devoid of worries,
если наша жизнь будет
we are free from all worries.
все равно она временно придется оставлять. Духалаям, говорится, исполнено страдания и ашашота.
Dukhalayam.
Бренно, не вечно.
The body
Потому всегда
is temporary, it's
советуют
not
священные
eternal.
писания,
That's why the
святые,
spiritual scriptures
фундамент жизни должен быть
advise that the
правильным.
foundation of the life should be the right one.
Тогда мы
Then
надежно
we are
будем
safely
в
protected,
надежном
will be in a
положении.
safe position
В надежном положении.
under the
Под
defense and
покровительством и
protection
защитой Всевышнего.
of the Lord,
И можем делать тогда
of the
свои
Supreme
дела
Lord.
уже
And we
без
can do all our
беспокойств.
activities without worries, to
Прославляя
glorifying
Всевышнего
the Supreme Lord under
под
the instruction of
руководством
spiritual
духовного
master,
наставника,
to associate
общаясь с
with the
единомышленниками таким
like-minded
образом.
people. Even in
Мы
this
можем
world,
даже в
this
этом
way,
мире
we can
уже
experience
испытывать
a
радость
joy of a
духовного
spiritual
мира,
world,
общаясь с Богом
associating,
через прославление
communicating
Его.
with the
Там,
Lord.
где
glorifying
прославляет
the
Бога
Lord.
искренне, там Господь сам находится.
And
Тем
the
более
Lord has
сейчас Он
come
пришел
with
именно
this,
с этой миссией. Санкиртана Аромбе Амар
the
Аватар
Lord has come
Карань
with this mission.
Сарвадеши Киртана Проча.
I
Я
have come
пришел, чтобы начать
to
Санкиртану.
begin Sankirtana.
И где воспевать
And
святое
where
имя, там я
my
буду
holy
присутствовать.
name is
Где воспевать имя
glorified,
Кришны
there
с
I exist
энтузиазмом,
with
искренностью,
enthusiasm and with
там и я буду
sincerity.
присутствовать,
That's
говорит
where
сам Господь Чайтанья
I am
Махапрабху.
present. That's what
Поэтому
Chaitanya
самое
Mahaprabhu
надежное
says.
положение в
But the
этом
most, the
ненадежном
safest,
материальном мире
the surest
это
situation
Санкиртана,
in
рас,
this
вкус
uncertain world is
воспевания
Sankirtana Rasa,
святого
is
имени.
to chant the holy name. And
И
we also
дальше мы
chant
поем
bhajans
баджаны, где
where
Бхактивинод Такур
Bhaktivinoda Thakur
вдохновляет
inspires
нас
us to
сделать
make them
фундаментом
a
жизни
foundation of our lives,
воспевание,
to make
прославление Бога. И
the
для нашего
glorifying and
собственного
chanting the
блага, это
holy
наш
names
первый интерес,
a foundation of
чтобы
our
наша
lives, so
жизнь
that our
была
life becomes joyful and
радостна
the protection
под
of the
защитой
Lord,
Бога, надежна.
safely and securely.
Грихе тако, бони тако, сада хори боли дако. Дома ли ты
Do
живешь,
you live
Господь
in the
всегда
woods, or
воспевает святые
do
имена.
you live
Баджан
in the home?
Бхактивинод Такура
Glorify this
мы
holy
поем,
name.
где
Bhaktivinoda
также
Thakur
содержится наставление,
inspires us further
благословление на
and then instructs us for Sankirtana.
Санкиртану. Грихе тако, бони тако, сада хари боли дако. Дома ли живешь в
You live
лесу,
in the
всегда
forest or you live
воспевай
in the
имя
home,
Бога. Хари
always
боли.
chant the holy name.
Шуке дукхе, в радости или в горе,
If you are in the joy, or if
не
you
забывай.
in grief,
Бодани хори
always
нам Прабху.
chant the holy name, always chant the glory of the
Всегда
Lord.
воспевай славу Бога. Майя джали боддо хой,
If you're
запутавшись в
entangled
сетях иллюзии,
in the web of illusion,
ачамичи
the
каджалы,
person does
делает
a useless
бесполезную
activity.
работу, бесполезный труд,
If he doesn't remember
если он не
about
помнит о Боге.
the Lord,
Когда придет конец
and
этому телу,
when the time to
придется
go
умирать,
away from this world or to die
то
comes up,
ничего, то, что
nothing
было
that we
накоплено,
had or
никому не
we've done
пригодится и не
here
поможет.
will not help us.
Поможет
Only the
всегда
connection with the Lord
отношения с Богом.
will help us.
Насколько мы
And what will
смогли
help us is
восстановить
how much we have
отношения
reconstructed
с
the relationship with the Lord,
сколько мы
what
делаем
good
добрых
deeds we have done,
дел,
and what
сколько мы
desires of the Lord have we
исполняли
fulfilled,
желания Господа.
and how much we have glorified His name and helped others.
Помогали другим вспомнить о Боге.
This will be the principle and
Вот
the
это будет
main, the
главное,
important,
это будет
at the
важный,
very responsible, very important
самый
moment
ответственный
of our life.
момент
So
нашей жизни.
we should,
Поэтому как можно
as
больше
much as
мы
possible,
должны успеть
take our time to remember our loving relationship with the Lord, glorifying Him, and participating in serving for His
вот это
mission.
нам пригодится.
And that's what comes handy in difficult times or at the responsible, important moments of our lives.
Ответственные моменты жизни. Маджали боддо ачамичи каджало, эхано читана пие, радха мадхав нам боло.
And
И
to
жажда
get
получить человеческую
a
форму жизни,
human form of a
воспевать
life,
славу Радха
Bhaktivinoda Thakur
советует Господа
instructs us.
Тхакур.
He says it's a
Потому что
privilege
это привилегия
to
воспевать
chant the holy
святое
name.
имя. На самом деле не такая уж и
And this privilege is not so easily obtained
легко достижимая.
only in the human form of
Человек
life.
только в человеческой форме
A soul, after having passed many forms and many bodies, 8,400,000 different forms of life. The Vedas tell us this information. And when we arrive at the human form of life, we can rebirth, get reborn, and we can go back to the spiritual world. We can transform ourselves. So that's why the human form of life should do our target purpose. The intelligence is given to us exactly for this, to glorify the Lord. The other forms of life, the animals, cannot do it. And if a human being lives like a human, like an animal, only eats, sleeps, and so on, then this human form of life and form of body is not using it for the target activity, for the target purpose of returning to the spiritual world, and his life is full of suffering. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, when we get the human form of life, we can use the intelligence for the good of ourselves, and we can achieve the joy of
জীবন হইল শেষ না ভাজিলে হৃষিকেশ.
So the life is coming to an end, and I haven't worshipped Rishikesh. That's how Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, chants. So the instruction of Bhaktivinoda Thakur as such. So at least once in your life, get drunk from chanting the holy name.
গায় গোরা মধুর স্বরে গায় গোরা মধুর স্বরে গায় গোরা মধুর স্বরে Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jai Gora Madhur Sare, Jai Gora Madhur Sare, Grihe Dhaka Bone Dhaka Dhaka Hare Bone Dhaka Grihe Dhaka Bone Dhaka Dhaka Hare Bone Dhaka Sukhe Dukhe Gudanaka Badane Hari Naam Karole, Jai Gora Madhur Sare, Jai Gora বোধয়ে আজমিছে কাজে লয়ে মায়া জালে বোধয়ে আজমিছে কাজে লয়ে একাদশে কনকে রাধা মাধব নাম বলে গায় মধুর স্বরে গায় মধুর স্বরে জীবন এবাসে না ভাজিলে ঋষিকে জীবন ইবাসে না ভাজিলে ঋষিকে ভাগ্যে বিনাথ উপদেশ একবার নাম রসে মাতরে ভাগ্যে বিনাথ উপদেশ নাম রসে মাতরে গায় মধুর স্বরে গায় মধুর স্বরে হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yakya Ki Jai.
This instruction, a very important instruction, has been given by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He has put together a beautiful Bengali bhajan when he talks about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he sings in a sweet voice. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives us the instruction how to correctly place a foundation of a life. If a foundation of a life is just a house, some kind of ownership, some kind of premises, some kind of family, education. All of it will come to an end even before the desired time. The world is going through constant changes and transformations, revolutions, wars, or epidemics or cataclysms. This material world is not a safe place, and with such an unstable foundation, it's difficult for a human being to continue his existence because he's not educated to do differently. Then a person, a human being, falls down into depression. We know a lot of examples when a person goes bankrupt or becomes destitute. When there are some cataclysms, some epidemics, and when a foundation is rightly placed and when it has a spiritual platform, it's on which everything is based, a relationship with the Lord. So then any sufferings coming up and being encountered by a human being, any joy or transformation or change or grief, nothing will tilt the balance, the equilibrium of a human being, because he is in the process of developing a relationship with the Lord, and he understands that this material platform is unstable platform will come to an end. There will be a death of the body, but as a soul, I'm immortal. This is the most right platform for life, to look at our lives from a bodily platform, but from a spiritual platform in life. Then we easily overcome any changes, any obstacles of this world. That's why Chaitanya from Mahaprabhu himself, he says, I have brought the medicine from the sufferings of of this material world, the medicine from all the worries, from Harinama Mahamantra, Harinama Sankirtana Yagya. So we can ourselves try each day to practice a spiritual science, and we will see and understand everything in the correct light, how Paramatma looks at the world. We will see that everything here is consisting of spiritual energy, and the Lord is present everywhere and controls everything, in everything. So, and we will be present in this world, this spiritual world, all the time in joy, and we will be under the protection of the Lord. The Lord Chaitanya himself inspires us in his Shikshashtaka. And each morning we should remember Shikshashtaka. We haven't done it this morning. We should remember Shikshashtaka now. the main thing, the important thing, the most important in life of each and every one is the connection with the Lord and resurrection, reconstruction of the relationship with the Lord through Sankirtana.
Парам виджаяте Шри Кришна Санкиртана. Он говорит, в каком состоянии ума,
in in such in such a spirit that first shloka we have read yesterday.
Потом он говорит, нам намакари Бхагавад-гита Сарва Шакти. Имена Бога содержат
The names of the Lord contain the force and the whole energy and the whole power of the Lord. And we know that chanting the holy name, we chant the name of the Lord, and the name of the Lord has all the power of the Lord. So the chanting of the holy name is so powerful. It dismisses all the doubts, it removes all the obstacles and all the suffering. The name of the Lord has all the energy of the whole cosmic universe. And this force, this power is contained in the name of the Lord. Any dirt and any filth and any karma gets deleted, eliminated when we just say the holy name in a praying mood. Any karma is neutralized that way. And Brahma says in Brahma Samhita about the same thing. Karma is burned from bhakti through a devotional service, through a praying, through devotional service to the Lord and glorifying the Lord with devotion and love. It's very important to glorify the Lord, to remember who we glorify, which personality is that. It's not turning the prayer into a routine, into an everyday routine, but remembering the qualities of the Lord's personality. To invest the love and devotion, emotion of devotion and gratefulness into the chanting the holy name. This is bhakti yoga, and also a desire to fulfill the mission and the will of the Lord. To chant the holy name, we can do it everywhere, on the way to work, or when we just taking a walk. At any time, there are no obstacles or conditions. The Lord Chaitanya says at any time you are free to do it. He says, I'm so unlucky that I understand even understanding all that, I don't have the taste for the glorifying. But that way he gives this understanding to us how humble we should be and not think that we have reached all these heights, because there are no limits of perfection and progress in chanting the holy name. The process is limitless. it has no boundaries. Because if chanting the holy names has some boundaries, the person could become very proud and to think that he or she is God. So in the progress, in the spiritual progress of chanting the holy name, there are no boundaries, and in any point of spiritual progress we can consider ourselves very low. This is the spiritual revolution. And then Lord Chaitanya says in which mood we should chant the holy name. He says,
Тринада пису ничина. Надо быть смирение травинки. Трина на санскрите. Трава.
we should be more humble than a grass. Trina is grass in Sanskrit.
Тринада пису ничина. Низ. Быть смирение травинки. Тарор аписа вишмана.
To be more tolerant than more patient than a tree, to progress spiritually very fast. We should demonstrate patience. The process, spiritual process, is the highest purpose, and to switch on to different activities or look for different purpose, there is no higher goal, and learning about the Lord is the highest purpose. So if we have any obstacles,
терпеть, уповать на милость Бога. Второй рапица Ишнуна Аманина.
And we should not ask for respect to ourselves, but we should be ready to express respect to others, to express respect and obeisances to others, but not asking for obeisances to ourselves. I love everybody, whether it's an ant or an elephant. I love everyone, every soul, every being. I respect everyone, understanding the spiritual nature, and I'm not asking for obeisances or respect for myself, because I place the Lord or the representatives of the Lord as objects of obeisance and respect. In this mood, you can chant the holy name. Kirtani Sadha Hari.
Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadish kamaye mama janmani janmanishwari bhavatat bhakti rahati.
The Lord Chaitanya says, I don't need any riches of this world. It's all temporary. If there are riches, we use them for the service to the Lord.
Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadish kamaye.
I don't desire anything connected with this world. I only want this. I don't want any association with the with the women, or some values of this world. Do not attract me. But he says, I'm only attracted by the service to you, the service to you from life to life. The service to you from life to life. So the service, the selfless service to you is the goal of me, and it's my goal and my desire This is the mood that Lord Chaitanya inspires us with. And he explains what is the best mood for chanting the holy names.
Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram, Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram. Я твой вечный слуга, о сын Нанды Махарадж Кришна. Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram, слуга. Патитамам Вишаме Бхавам Будхо, Патитам Пал в океан материальных страданий.
The material existence, Patitamam, material existence.
Патитамам Вишаме Бхавам Будхо, Крипая Тава Пада Панкаджа, милостива.
The mercy of the Lord, please save me. Make me make me a dust particle at the lotus feet of the Lord, and understanding your situation and being very humble. And everybody likes the humble mood, humility, and everybody likes humble people. No one likes the proud people or obnoxious people. And the Lord is more inclined and benevolent to those who are humble.
Nayanam Galadasu Dharaya Vadanam Gadgadaruddhaya Gira Pulakarnichitava Pukadatava Namagrahani Bhavishya. Kadatava Namagrahani.
When the sound of your holy name, when I hear your name, I will have the goosebumps over my body and the tears rolling down from my eyes. This is what is my goal, and this is what I'd like to experience and feel. The bliss.
Наянам Галада Шудара, Ваданам Гадгада. Югайтам Nimishina Chakshusha Pravrishaitam, Shunnaitam Jagat Sarvan Govinda Virat.
This universe seems empty to you, empty without you, and in not seeing you, I see that this world without you is empty, and a minute passes like a year. This is the mood.
Aslishyava padaratam pinashtumam adarsanamarmahatam karotuva yathat dhavavidat lampato mat prananathastu sayavana paraha.
Will you embrace me with love? Or will you not show your face to me, yourself to me? You can do anything you want. You don't have any rules written for you. You are the Lord. You are the Supreme Lord. I cannot demand anything. I cannot ask you and demand that you show yourself before me. I cannot put any conditions. We do not put any conditions. We just want to love and glorify the Lord. Regardless of anything, you are the Lord of my life. And this is the mood of when chanting the holy name. In such mood, let's sing more to finish our session today.
Hare Om. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Vange Bihare Krishna Murare Girivaradhare Govinda Gopal Paramitra Purushottam Bhagavan Shri Krishna Arpanam Astu Sadhumya Prasme Brahmasmi Hare Om Tat Tat जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय श्रील गुरुदेव की जय अनंता कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय समवेता गुरु भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा спасибо.
Thank you.
До новых встреч.
See you at future meetings.